channel.
Hey, you know what time it is?
What time is it, man?
Welcome everyone to another episode of Beatdown, the segment and channel where two worlds collide. I am your host, Class, and this is my co-host,
Mr. J. What's going on, guys? We're back at it again with another one for you, and we would like to remind you, if you like these videos or this content, go in the section below, subscribe so you get all the latest notifications, like, share.
Yeah. All right. And on today's episode, in honor of the new movie that's coming out, the Quantumanium, we decided we're going to do an episode representing one of the particular characters. I'm going to start things off by representing DC Comics, Ray Palmer, aka The Atom.
Hello, Superman. What brings you to Boston?
All right, now let's get into the brief origin stories of Dr. Ray Palmer, aka The Atom. Not to get confused with The Atom Smasher or Captain Atom. Sorry. Tongue twister. Anyways, The Atom. Let's talk about his brief origin story. So Ray was one day a star, dwarf star, falls out of the sky, lands on Earth. He happens to say, "Hey, look at that! I'm gonna take that home with me." Takes it home with him. Uses a specific type of lens, and uses that lens to magically create some kind of device to start shrinking things. Now he starts experimenting, and he tries shrinking a certain amount of things, but things kept exploding. One day, things get real. They had his machine to kind of turn small, freaking out, didn't realize whether or not he was going to survive or not, but he wanted to save the woman he loved and some other person. He grows back into normal size again, and he's freaking out because he thinks he's going to explode. Turns out he doesn't blow up. He just actually survives. So he's like, I wonder how that happened. And he thought maybe it was some kind of water that accidentally landed on the device, and that's why he survived it. Was that likely chance? But it turns out he has something special within himself, and that's when he realized, you know what? I got to do some good with this. So he decides to fight crime. So he creates devices to fight bad guys and becomes a crime fighter. And that is the brief origin story of Ray Palmer, aka The Atom. All right. So now let's get into the powers, abilities, and feats. Just so we're clear, though, this versus battle has been talked about probably throughout YouTube like forever. But I am going to probably bring a little different argument to it compared to the normal people who will probably have made the argument before. But anyways, let's get back into the powers, abilities, and feats. So first off, he's a physics professor. Swordsmanship, acrobatics, flights, mass alteration, size alteration, superhuman strength, dimensional travel. Okay, his gear or his weapons are a bio belt, it's called a Cartesian's sword. It's pretty interesting. And a suit is built out of dwarf star alloy. That is impressive in itself. Okay. The feats, here are some of the feats. Atom has possessed the power to alter his size down to a subatomic level while retaining a natural strength level. This is accomplished by using a remnants of a white dwarf star made into a belt buckle worn in his costume. Okay, so after shrinking away with his with his world, he came across being that transformed him of the multiverse. Informed him of the multiverse. My apologies. And he eventually found a way to travel between worlds on a quantum level. So he is doing currently what Ant-Man is doing right now. Okay, Atom then uses the nearest phone to... Okay, so here's another example of his really impressive feat. He actually uses the phone to teleport Flash and Mira to a police station far away. Like they were in a situation where things were getting real, and Adam decided, okay, I'm going to shrink you into the phone wire, and then we're going to transfer to that. And they went super fast in that direction, in that kind of way. So that's pretty impressive in himself. The suit itself has the advanced heads-up display on the suit, allows it to use a scan object and relay information in a matter of seconds, and its voice recognition enables control of the suit through voice commands. The tech is also equipped with the energy beam that could be used and manipulate the size of other objects, and a pair of direct energy blasters of each forearm. Okay. Those are pretty much his powers, abilities, and feats. All right, so now we're going to get into the end game. So let's start off with a couple people would say that Hank Pym is probably a lot more smarter than Ray Palmer. That might be an argument given in that, because let's face it, he made PIM particles, and that's pretty impressive in itself. Ray found the dwarf star. That's crazy, but Hank literally made particles. Okay, so we're clear. But there is something to be said about the suits, because, of course, given in the Legends of Tomorrow series, isn't a prime example of that, which is shows that it's an alloy dwarf star. So it means that it's made out of material that's pretty damn strong and durable. Ant-Man's suit isn't quite exactly that type of durable. It's not said that it's vibranium made or it's made out of any kind of adamantium. It's just made out of, from my understanding, let's see here, it says, the Ant-Man suit is made out of woven steel mesh consisting of unstable molecules. It's allowing it to shrink with the wearer when they are reduced to their ant size. So it's not really the super strong material compared to a dwarf star. I do believe a dwarf star material is going to be a lot more durable than Ant-Man's material suit. So I do believe that with Ray Palmer's suit, he could probably go one-on-one, toe-to-toe with Ant-Man in a fight, because his suit would be much more durable. Another thing to consider is the fact that maybe Ray Palmer's suit is more tactical based, much more about strategy and military style tactics, which is Ant-Man is more about kind of commanding and controlling the ants. It might have some other features into it, but I want to say that Ray Palmer came a little more prepared with using more strategy of using the body exoskeleton of the suit rather than just come up with other things that, backup plans. Because Ray Palmer doesn't have backup plans. He doesn't have any other ants or any animals that he can call back on. He has to solely rely on his suit and his technology to go toe-to-toe with certain characters. And throughout the comics, he has managed to do that. So I do believe that the suit does have a very AI, artificial intelligence, tactile strategy when it comes to fighting certain particular characters, especially someone like Ant-Man, who does rely on, like I said, certain ants to kind of help him in situations when he needs it, like to fly, or if he needs to throw down, or if he needs a swarm of them to come out of nowhere. Compared to that, Ray Palmer goes mano a mano all the time. And now the final point I will make about the suit. Well, actually not about the suit, but just about the man himself. Sorry, let me just make sure I got this right. Okay, so two things is the fact that Ray Palmer is an opportunist in this type of situation, considering the fact that he is a smart kid too, or a smart cookie. So maybe he is aware about Ant-Man's helmet. He is going to figure out that Ant-Man uses a helmet for certain particular things. He's also going to be aware that there is a particular button that Ant-Man uses in order to grow into size. So I do believe that in an opportunity with Ray Palmer could probably take Ant-Man to the quantum realm, where he can go into multiverse type of directions, where they can keep traveling in different type of universes. During that time, I do believe that that's where Ray's going to try to catch Ant-Man off guard. Going into different universes means that Ant-Man's not going to be able to rely on any ants at that particular moment, unless he literally has them carrying them. He's carrying them in a backpack or something. Otherwise, there's no good there. So now he's either going to rely on his tech in order to fight off against Ray Palmer. Ray, all he needs to do is seize the opportunity to shoot one of his energy blasts at Ant-Man's helmet or Ant-Man's button to grow, either for his size alteration issues or for his helmet itself. If he gets shot with the helmet right then and there in quantum realm situations, we're looking at probably a death blow right there, because he can't survive without the helmet. He'll eventually die. If the suit happens to get ripped up, or if anything gets destroyed in that suit during those times between either one of the two, it's in that realm, they're going to die. I mean, you can't survive without any oxygen, and the only oxygen they have is currently within that battle suit they're currently on. So I do believe the Dwarf Star suit might be able to hold its own against Ant-Man's army of ants, or whatever Ant-Man has come in his way, and Ray Palmer will become the victorious one.
I'm just gonna be direct.
All right, as he's already mentioned, my contestant today will be Ant-Man, or Hank Pym.
You had the power to do anything, and you used it to put millions of lives at risk.
Him or Scott Lang, whichever version exactly.
Don't go with
you wanna
Scott
use.
Lang. Don't lose Scott Lang. Scott Lang wouldn't
All
win
right.
this.
All right, then I guess we're going to go with Hank Pym. Okay, the original Ant-Man, Hank Pym. He was a biochemist for a secret or a scientific security operations center who decided to become a superhero after the death of his first wife. And yeah, in a nutshell, that's kind of the brief origin. But going based off of powers, abilities, and feats, let's get into it. He has size manipulation, obviously. Superhuman strength. I do believe he has superhuman speed as well. Insect manipulation, expert thief. That might be more or less.
That's
Scott
more
Lang.
Scott. Yeah, more Scott Lang's department.
Anyway,
But there's still like similarities.
expert thief, expert acrobat, as well as engineer. He has, apparently he's a computer programmer as well. Expert tactician as well as expert martial artist. A lot of people forget that one of the people that trained Hank Pym was Captain America. So at hand-to-hand training, he's going to be a big problem up close.
Okay.
Enhanced durability as well as entering other planes of existence. Hank or Scott, whichever one you want to go with, they have the ability to go into other planes of existence using that quantum realm issue that he has. I don't know if it's a malfunction of the suit or if it's just he shrinks so small it becomes a different universe. Anyway, he can change his size at will. He has telepathic communication with these ants, as well as with being able to communicate with them through the helmet. He has his Goliath form, super genius, super inventor. He can fly on the back of ants, so it gives him a little bit more ability. Skilled combatant. And as far as feats, he's picked up a wrecking ball with one hand and thrown it back at someone. He also has pulverized Ultron.
Ooh.
This is gonna sound really petty, but he beat he got the upper hand on Namor by having a swarm of bees swarm him.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, so with all that being said, I'm gonna try to go into this a little quickly. If Ray Palmer tries to stand with Hank Pym hand to hand, straight up, I don't think he's gonna be able to pull through, considering the training that Hank has, especially being trained by Captain America or Steve Rogers, whichever you want to say. I'm pretty sure Adam, whichever one he is, I don't know. Adam Smasher,
The Atom.
Captain Adam, the Atom. All right, I don't know how many of you there are, or how many different versions of your name that there are out there. But anyway,
Where's Atomic at?
You're right. Anyway, if he tries to stand with him hand to hand, I don't think it's going to end well for him at all, considering, like I said, the training that Hank has. Or even if I just believe Hank Pym is a little too smart to be outsmarted by this kid. Maybe he can pull something out of his hat that, can surprise him. But given that Hank is a master tactician and he's very skilled and he's extremely smart and intelligent, I don't think, he's going to be able to pull one up over him. In giant form, I just believe Hank is stronger. I could be wrong, but if he does somehow manage to make the suit malfunction, and that could go extremely bad for the Atom. For all you know, he'll stay small and it'll make Ant-Man go ginormous. He'll be in his giant form, and which we all know, in that form, he's a lot stronger. A lot of people don't consider Ant-Man extremely strong, but what they don't realize is that his strength varies on his size. So the bigger he is, obviously, the stronger he is. I don't think he wants to fight him straight up in his giant form. So, yeah, definitely causing the suit to malfunction, that could be a problem. And if he goes small, I feel like Hank is he's faster. And he's able to think quicker on his feet. He'll be able to come up with the plan a lot faster than the Atom can throw at him. I believe that Hank can use the ants or insects that he has available to him in the area to malfunction the Atom suit. And if that happens, I want to say he's done. He's going to have to use these laser beams or whatever he has distance-wise to keep Hank away. But as soon as Hank gets up close to him, I think it's over. I think he's smarter, he's more skilled, He's definitely more intelligent, and I just feel like no matter what, he has it.
But you're about to get knocked out.
Okay. All right. And as always, no press fam. It is not up to me. And it's not up to Biggs. It is up to you guys. So, if you guys like my argument, you know what you can do? You can hashtag the Atom. And if you like my boy's argument, what can you do, brother?
You can hashtag Ant-Man.
And as always, no press fam. We really appreciate you guys. Catch you guys later. Peace.